Now, it's also important to understand that unless we have a relationship with the parents of the children in early learning centers as part of the team, unless there's a respectful reciprocity between the kids that the parents and guardians share with the early childhood specialists, unless there's that kind of partnership, active partnership, we lose the remarkable opportunity for the big gains, because what happens at home has a 2-to-1, it's a higher impact at a 2-to-1 ratio than the non-home environment.
Well, why do you think that is?
Well, the 2-to-1 ratio is because, well, first of all, it's been proven with longitudinal research done out of the UK, so we know that to be the case. Why do I think it's the case? It's because of the power of parenting, good, bad, or indifferent, and the fact that kids may spend 5 or 6 hours or 7 hours in a early learning center. They spend more time at home with parents and guardians and other influencers. So you really have to pay attention to that relationship between the parent and child. Bronfenbrenner, his ecological model talks about the child at the center and all the relationships around the child, including the non-home environment as well as the home environment, and all the other things surrounding that child in a wraparound sense. There's the big influence. And of course, the key point from Bronfenbrenner is every child needs somebody who's unconditionally loving towards that child. Hopefully it's the parent or the parents, and if not, it could be an early learning educator. And so it's that home environment that's very powerful. One of the most poignant stories that is indelibly etched in my mind, and I wish I could expunge it from my memory bank, is visiting an early childhood center in Toronto a number of years ago, and just watching the pedagogy and just standing back, and I fixated on this little boy. He must have been about 4 years old, and he was just captivating as he went through some of his artwork and some of the other things he was doing, and the environment looked pretty powerful. And I stayed for the morning, and at lunch, his mother came to pick him up, and as I was walking to my car and she to her car with the young boy reached up to hand her his artwork from the morning, and she took the artwork, ripped it up, and slapped him across the face. And so, that was a moment where I realized we have to figure out how to develop partnerships, community supports that go well beyond what might be a good half day or full day for a child outside the home. And these endemic issues can be life-changing. In this case, because there wasn't the kind of relationship between the home and the school, there wasn't question marks that were raised that could have been part of referral to get supports. I'm not hopeful regarding the trajectory of that child's life. The individual child, the relationship with parents, as we've noted, is everything. I mean, if those who work in educational settings from preschool all the way on up really have a huge amount of respect for what the parents know and actually create opportunities to have conversations with the parents, it's extremely powerful, and you can't fake that respect. There are a few teachers in our part of the world, in elementary and secondary, whose kind of paradigm about their role is, we'll take it from here. The children are now at school, and we're in charge. You take care of home, we'll take care of here. Huge lost opportunity because of the fact that teachers and educators at all levels, including preschool, have tons to learn from parents. And that deep respect has to be genuine. We can't make stereotypic decisions about issues of poverty and all sorts of things. The example I used earlier about a child leaving an early learning center, a child care center, and being slapped because he was showing his mom his artwork. That was a middle to upper middle income mother. It wasn't a poor mom who's on her own. So that relationship with parents is critical. And when you have a solid relationship with the parents and guardians as an early childhood educator, the problem solving that can take place in terms of what you're doing here, what you're doing there, the kind of things that are taking place at home that may not be taking place at the early learning center and vice versa need to be shared. And that's where Storypark comes in and is basically a remarkable opportunity to ensure that kind of collaboration with respect to everybody who's part of a child's life can be co-constructing what's best for the child. And it's magical when it's done really well. This is very serious business. We know that